All right, boys, we're back with another video. Back here after getting swept by the Florida Panthers, man. So we gotta move on. That was a tough loss, man. Every game, it looked like we were right there and that we could win, especially that overtime game where Justin Barron scores a tying goal late. I really thought we had that game at home. And then, yeah, the Panthers, man, just an unreal team. They might go for a third cup in 4 years. We'll see. But yeah, I was pretty pissed off in the last video. Um, I thought that our team was going to go on a deep run, and obviously they didn't, right? Um, I don't think it means that we should blow up the team. I know I said there's definitely some moves to make. I agree with that still, but like we still showed a lot of promise this year. Um, and in the playoffs, I mean, every game was a one goal game. We were right there, but we were just missing that extra goal scoring touch. So there's some things that we're gonna have to iron out here on this roster. One thing that I'm for sure looking for moving forward is a true offensive defenseman. All right, because you got Slavin, Pesci, Ekblad, Harley. I mean, Harley, he's the closest thing we have to an offensive defenseman, but he's not quite that offensive guy, right? Like we need that like power play quarterback type of defenseman. And I don't think Ramo is going to be that type of player either. So that's something we're looking for in the offseason. Absolutely. We might be looking at moving Joseph Wall because he failed us as a starter at the beginning of the year. Hofer, we're going to look to extend here. And yeah, we definitely got some decisions to make regarding contract here. So yeah, this is going to be a long episode. Um, because we got a lot of moves to make here, a lot of decisions to make. And we're going to take our time and make sure we make the right decisions here, boys. So Will Cooley, let's sort through these expiring contracts here. Will Cooley, he wants to come back. He hasn't been performing that well for us, to be honest. He's always leaving us wanting more. We always think he's going to be a breakout player candidate, and then I don't know, man. It seems like he's capping off at 40 points. If he wants a lot of money, because he's 88 overall, right? He might want like what, like 6, 7 mil. If he wants that, I don't know if we can give him that, boys, anymore. So let's see what he wants. He wants 6 mil for 3 years, and I think we'd be able to get him down to like what, like 5.75. I don't know if I want to do that right away. It's something to think about here. Drake Batherson doesn't want to come back and he wants 9 million, so we can kind of write that off. We're not giving him 9 million. I mean, he was really good for us, but man, 9 million's a lot of money. How do you do in the playoffs? Yeah, like 9 million for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. McCann, we definitely want to bring back. He was playing really well with us. Played pretty decent in the playoffs. Barring that he doesn't want too much money. I mean, that's realistic for Jared McCann. There, 3 years for a 29-year-old. We can probably get him to like 6 mil if we give him like 50% protection or so, or something like that. Yeah, we could probably get him around 6 mil. So I'd do that for McCann. Patrick Kane at 3.5, like maybe, right? Just to play down in our lineup and create some offense for us. Maybe play the power play. We'll see about him. Alex Turcotte, he's been a really good two-way forward for us, and he still wants a pretty cheap deal. I think that's something we may look at. Fisher, I mean, these guys, not really important. Let's see what Brad Lambert wants here. 2 years at 3.8. He hasn't even proven himself yet at the NHL level. he is part of our long-term plans, or he was initially. That's why we got him to be a centerman for us, to be that elite guy. But now that we have McDavid, he might be a little more expendable than we think, and he might be a trade piece to get that offensive defenseman that we've been looking for. Or we sign him to a cheap deal and try him out this year, right? So there's a decision to be made there as well. That's about it there for expiring deals. Goalie wise, Hofer wants a new deal. I'm hoping he doesn't want too much because I do want to bring him back. He wants that's about reasonable for Hofer and the way he played for us there. Yeah, I'm definitely willing to bring him back. And Wall is now expendable, in my opinion. So forward wise, next year we're looking at McDavid, Ehlers, Kempe absolutely will be back. We're looking to bring back McCann. Pinto will be back. Bjorkstrand will be back. Robinson will be back. We're looking at bringing back Turcotte, even though he doesn't want to come back, and then we can bring these guys back as well. In the system, we got Brad Lambert. So yeah, that's my thought process going into the off season here. Draft wise, there's definitely some good talent in here. McKenna, like going at 7th overall, crazy. But yeah, there seems to be another medium franchise down here. Definitely some steals here. There's the gem, Brady Wasselin. Yeah, definitely some gems later on in the first round. Am I seeing this right? Like medium franchise at 36? Like definitely some steals for forwards. We want to get a defense. Well, I mean, this guy, 2AD. There's some talent. I don't know if we're gonna find that offensive defenseman in the draft, but we might have to look elsewhere for that. But yeah, there's definitely some talent here in the draft this year. There's an offensive defenseman, Blainville Barbia in the queue. But yeah, he's not gonna be ready right away, so definitely might be looking elsewhere to find that offensive D man, right? If we look at the pending free agents. Look at the top 3 guys. See, the problem is that with that is, are we gonna have enough cap space to sign these guys? There's also Eric Carlson down there. He's getting a little old. Obviously, you sign Quinn Hughes or Cale Makar, that would be huge. We'll see if they even make it to free agency. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of talent this year, but who knows if these guys will even make it to free agency. So what I want to do is offer some extensions to the guys that we know are coming back. So we definitely wanted to sign Jared McCann. How much money do we have in extension money? We have 15 mil. So say we give 6 mil to McCann. We give 3.5 to Turcotte. That's 9.5 right there. So we got around 6 mil to work with after McCann and Turcotte. And if we bring back Cooley, there goes the 6 mil, right? And then we let Batherson, Kane, Fisher, Brown, Dvorak, blah, 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 walk. But Mr. Joseph Wall is now expendable, and we're probably going to trade him at the draft, which frees up around 3.6 mil. Defensively, we want to bring in an offensive defenseman. We're going to have to trade one of our defensemen, right? So who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Ekblad. Thinking Ekblad, boys. Got a great deal. We can get a lot of value for him. Just because he's playing the worst out of all our defensemen, or our top four defensemen right now. He's still playing really great, man. He's a really good player. Hard to get rid of a guy like that. Pesci, you don't want to get rid of him either. He's playing great. Slavin either. He's playing great with a great contract. Maybe it's Thomas Harley, man. We signed him to a really good deal, but maybe we trade him for that true offensive defenseman instead of another two-way guy. Huh. Yeah, there's definitely some decisions, man. All right. Well, we're gonna re-sign McCann and Turcotte for now. The rest will wait. Cooley will wait because he's at RFA. Turcotte's at RFA too, but I'm pretty positive we want him back. So we're gonna kick the tires on that negotiation right away. McCann, we also want back as for sure. So we're gonna kick the tires on him as well. 3 years. We're gonna give you a modified trade clause with 50% protection, and we're gonna give you around $6 million here. 5.975. Does that work for you, Jared McCann? I hope so. Right? Off of that. There. Shouldn't take me too long. I hope not. All right. And Alex. We'll give you the same 50%. And we're gonna bring that down. Bring it down to about 3,350. Or 3,3. Yeah. 3 years at 3.3 for Turcotte is realistic. He's a good two-way forward for us. And forwards like that are hard to come by. He could play the wing or the center position. He's a versatile player for us. So yeah. And he accepts it right away. That's what I like to see. So welcome back to the squad. Turcotte for 3 more years. Yeah. So that's all we're gonna do for now. We're now gonna sim to the draft. Actually, we want to bring back Hofer as well. Absolutely. And we're gonna give him a no move clause, man. He's kind of earned it. And it doesn't kick until the 3rd year. So if he really shits the bed in the next 2 years, then we'll trade him at the end of next year while he still doesn't have his no move clause. And this will allow us to bring the cap down quite a bit here. To under 4 mil, actually. We're gonna give him 3.975, which I believe is a steal for Joel Holt. And he accepts it right away. So there's our goalie, boys. Joseph Wall is on the way out. Yeah, boys. So that's the moves we're gonna make for now. And we're gonna sim to the draft here, but we're gonna keep an eye on the playoffs and how they're going. I don't know how Matty Nyes has 8 points in 3 games. The Leafs are down 2-1 to the Lightning, the defending Cup champs. Colorado swept Vegas, so Marner out in the first round again. 2 years in a row since leaving the Leafs. So that was a good move for you, Marner, eh? Your old team wins the Cup and you still can't get past the first round. So maybe you were the problem, buddy. Anyways, we're gonna move on here and see how the playoffs play out. So McCann accepts that offer. I thought he would. So 6 mil for 3 years. I like that. I like that. He's a top 6 forward. Yeah, I think that's a good deal for him. So the Leafs tie up the series. The Rangers and Bruins are tied. Penguins are up 3-1 on the Canes. Moving forward here, the Bruins go up 3-2. The Lightning go up 3-2. Will the defending Cup champs be bounced out here? The Oilers are bounced out in the first round. So either way, McDavid, well, maybe if he was there, it'd have been different, but yeah. Anyways, the Bruins beat the Rangers. The Pens are moving on. The Wild are moving on. And the Jets beat the Blues. Game 7 there, Toronto against Tampa. Who's going to move on? And the Toronto Maple Leafs out in the first round. The defending Cup champs are out. So our final 8 is Florida and Tampa. So we got the Battle of Florida in the second round. Got Pittsburgh and Boston. That's a rematch from a while ago. Seattle, Colorado, and Winnipeg, Minnesota. All right, so we're going to sim a bit here. Tampa's up 2-0 on the Panthers. So maybe it was just us that couldn't play against the Panthers. Jesus, boys. I'm kind of curious to see how the Lightning lineup is these days. We got Brayden Point, I'd assume, and Gensel and Kucherov and Hedman. Even though they're getting a little older. Yeah, see? They got a deep center core. Still think the Florida Panthers lineup is better than that, but they don't have that stud defensively anymore. And that could be the difference. Hedman could be the difference in that series. And Vasilevsky is more than good enough to battle it out with Vasilevsky. So, yeah, two juggernauts going at each other there. I think whoever wins that series, the Panthers are fighting back now. 2-2 series. I think whoever wins that series is going to win the cup, I'm being honest. Or maybe Colorado. Colorado's also a wagon. Tampa goes up 3-2. Pittsburgh's up 3-2 on Boston. How's Pittsburgh's lineup doing? Sid the Kid leading the way here? Sid, Malkin, and Letang? Still leading the way. Yeah, man. McWardy's growing. Yeah, that's crazy. Seems like Sid's really putting up a GOAT-worthy performance. Still out playing McDavid in the playoffs, man. Yeah, wow. Will he make it to the third round, though? Let's see. The Colorado Avalanche make it to the third round. They're the first team and only team to make it so far. 3 other Game 7s here tonight. Minnesota moves on. Tampa defeats the Panthers. And Crosby and the Penguins in the third round again. So Crosby's going for that 4th cup, man. But I said that whoever won that Battle of Florida is probably winning the cup. I'm standing by it. Tampa's up 1-0. Minnesota's actually up 2-0 on Colorado. Pittsburgh gets the game there. Minnesota's up 3-0. Colorado fights back there. Pittsburgh ties the series up. Tampa goes up 3-2. Colorado stays alive once again. But they can't avoid elimination 3 times in a row. And the Minnesota Wild move on to the Cup Finals. And Tampa and Pittsburgh go to Game 7. Who's going to win that one? It's going to be Tampa 2-0. I'm curious to see the Minnesota lineup, actually. See what got them to Stanley Cup Finals. Crosby gets eliminated there. Yeah, Kaprizov, Adam Lowry is their second line center. I feel like our lineup's so much better. Like, oh my god. Found Secor and Gustafson and that, man. All these teams that are making it out, they all have a pretty good goaltender, boys. That might be the issue with our team. But I think Hofer definitely a good goalie moving forward. So yeah. Minnesota goes up 1-0. Minnesota gonna win the cup or is it gonna be Tampa? Minnesota. Gustafson with a shutout. You could see the scores up there. 3-2 Minnesota. And will they win the cup? The Minnesota Wild win it in 5 games. They dominate, man. Minnesota wins the Stanley Cup in the 2027 Stanley Cup playoffs. Unreal, boys. Who would have thought, man? So yeah, that young core of Boldy, Rossi, Faber, Gustafson, along with Kaprizov, Jiricek, Jonas Brodin. They're getting it done over there in Minnesota, and they're no longer just a laughing stock. They're a hell of a team to be reckoned with here. So yeah, there you have it. Let's check out the awards here. Minnesota Wild, Stanley Cup champs, President's Trophy 2 years in a row. The Panthers. Yep, there you go. Reinhardt goes back to back Hart as well. Norris goes to Adam Fox. Lady Bing goes to Reinhardt back to back. Holy shit, he's raking in the hardware. Higgins gets the call there. That was expected. Conn Smythe goes to Kirill Kaprizov, the Russian, getting it done over there in Minnesota. Hellebuck gets the Vezina. Bobrovsky goes back-to-back Jennings. Nate Sealer gets the Masterton. Pittsburgh's coach gets the Jack Adams. Crosby goes back-to-back with the Selke. Ted Lindsay goes to Reinhardt. It stays in Florida. Maurice Richard goes to Reinhardt and Art Rouse. Yeah. All right. There it is, boys. That's your 2026-2027 regular season or playoffs. The whole season's done. And now it's time for the draft, boys. And it's going to be a good one. So I'm going to break this video up here in a second after this. So Nashville goes from 6-1 to get the first overall pick. They're going to get themselves a franchise player. Washington finishes last, but they get the second pick, and San Jose gets the third pick once again. I think that's 3 years in a row. That is insane. They're going to have the most stacked prospects or young core in the league. But they need a defenseman, man. Every time they're picking forward. So they should probably pick a defenseman. Philly, Calgary, Chicago, Vancouver, Detroit, Anaheim. Yeah, nothing else changed there. All right. So, see if anything changes there. It's looking like Nashville is going to get this guy, Victor Fedorov, who looks like an absolute stud of a centerman. Another Russian center sniper. And there's Rocco Pelosi. Yeah. Gavin McKenna's also there. He's a medium franchise going at 7 overall. A medium elite going at 10. Another medium franchise like this. Yeah. This draft looks absolutely stacked. It might be yeah, I don't know, boys. We might have to look at trading for some draft picks here. Retired players. Erik Karlsson's going to retire after losing in the 3rd round, Game 7 to Tampa. He's like, yeah, I don't have it in me anymore. Had a lot of injuries throughout his career, but what a career it was. Lots of deep runs there. Almost got it done with Ottawa in 2017. Lost to Pittsburgh, and then he joined them. Gets to Game 7 in the 3rd round again. Couldn't get it done, man. Legend for sure. We'll never get that Stanley Cup though, but still a legend, absolutely. Ryan Single as well retires. Robin Leonard, Sam Gagne. Yeah, Erik Karlsson really the only guy there that retired this year. So Sid, Malkin, Ovechkin coming back for another year. Yeah. Now we got the draft. I'm gonna break up this video here, and I'll be right back. All right, boys, we're back here at the draft. Sometimes these players like to jump up or down at the draft. So let's see if any of that happened. And their contract demands also change up a bit, right? Kane goes up to 86. Cooley goes down to 87. Ramo 82. Turcotte went up to 84. So I'm happy we signed him when we did. And yeah, that's about it. Lambert stays at 81. And Cooley stay the same. Patterson went up to 88. Does he still want 9 mil? Not quite. He wants 11 mil. So, yeah, you're not coming back to Halifax. Jake Patterson. Sorry. What about Cooley? Did his ass go down? Oh, wait. See, now I can get behind that. I can absolutely get behind that there. Yeah. I don't mind giving him a contract like this at all, boys. You know, you give him 4.125 for 6 years. He doesn't like that very much. He wants the shorter deal. What if we give him 2 years at like 3.5 or 3 years at like 3.7? No, it would have to be like 4, right? 3 years. 3, 4. If we give him 4 year and we give that 50% protection, it allows us to bring it down a bit. We'd have to give him like 4.3. I think that's valid for a 40-point guy. 4 years at 4.3. You play him like on the third line, he'd be a good third liner. Like, I didn't want him if he was asking for like 6-7 mil for a while, but if we can get him for 4.3 at 4 years for a third liner, you lock him up and you have that security on the third line with Alex Turcotte. I think that's a good move, boys. So I'm gonna offer him that, and he's gonna discuss it with his family and friends. All right, like that deal. Patty Kane, he went up in overall. Now he wants 4.8. We're still gonna wait on you. You're not the same player you once were, Patty Kane. So I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, we're gonna jump into the draft. The draft class is absolutely stacked, so I'm open to anything. We want to find an offensive defenseman, but we also want to just get the best players available here. I'm open to any move. Got swept in the first round, so no one's really that safe, you know, except like Connor McDavid. Pretty safe, I'd say. Even though he didn't do much in the playoffs, but he's the best player in the world there. Yeah. Here we go. I don't know what's gonna happen, boys. I can't really tell you what the plan is. Just gonna go into it and not hope for the best, but we're gonna do our best, and we kind of have to see what's available here. So, yeah, we're gonna jump right into it here. So first things first, I want to see if there's any picks available. Right there, I saw that there's a second overall, 13, 14, and 16 is all available. All right. Do we want to trade for the second overall, boys? Like, we get a high elite, any of these high elite, we could get. You can even get like Gavin McKenna. There's JP Hurlbert. There's Rocco Pelosi, who we didn't really scout. Gavin McKenna. Do you imagine Gavin McKenna? He's similar style. Wayne Gretzky. Could you imagine Gavin McKenna and Connor McDavid together? Hard to think. Like, why is Washington wanting to get rid of this guy? Or their pick? Boys, like, I feel like we have to go for it. Like at the end of the day, it's a business. We want to make the team as good as we can. Like Gators matching block. Like, what if we trade one of our defensemen? We want to get an offensive defenseman, so we have to make room for it. And I think we want to keep Slavin. One of these guys we're going to trade here. Like, no matter what, even if it's in this trade or not, like, we got to make some room for an offensive defenseman. It's a hard decision. It's not going to be Slavin, it's not going to be Pesh, because they both have got no moves. It's either Ramo, Ekblad, Harley. You know what, boys? I think it's going to be Thomas Harley. Just because he's the only guy with that top four potential. He's too much of a hybrid, man. He's not like an offensive guy. Ekblad's like a defensive defenseman, and then Ramo's like a hybrid as well. We might honestly end up moving. Well, Nashville just picked. All right. We got to move quick here. We want to give you guys Thomas Harley. EP over the cap. Give me someone back right now. We got to move quick here. We got to move absolutely real quick. Give me PLD. He's going to move. No. Give me Spurgeon. Yeah. Give me Spurgeon's a deal. That works. 1-for-1. That's unbelievable. Like, I can't believe that just happened. Thomas Harley for the second overall pick. Like, what the hell? All right. So, let's call time. Let's relax. Okay. We just picked up the second overall pick. And I don't think we're done at all. I don't think we're done at all, boys. This is going to be the draft of a lifetime, all right? So as we can see in this draft, there's a lot to choose from, boys. And I honestly think that the best player available is Gavin McKenna. He's a medium franchise. Everyone else is high elite. They have the chance to grow to that. But two-way forward, power forward. I mean, man, it's hard not to go with Gavin McKenna. The Roskery, I don't know. I just don't know if he's an offensive guy. So we can't go with him. But yeah, I think we just have to go with Gavin McKenna, boys. And I don't think we're done, boys. I don't think we're done whatsoever. Let's see if there's any offensive defensemen out there that are on the block that we could go for. You know, honestly doubt it, but you never know. You never know. Nothing so far. Doubty, no. We want a power play quarterback is what we're looking for here. Doesn't seem like anybody's selling a power play quarterback here. So, make sure here. Yeah, we might have to wait on that. But, man, I might move Ramo now that I think about it. I mean, we got Slavin. Actually, no. Not yet. Not till we can find that offensive defenseman, boys. Not yet. But we want to move Joseph Wall forward wise. Keeping. Brad Lambert might have to go. Cooley. The reason I say Lambert has to go is because we got him to be our first line center in the future. But I like our center for now with McDavid, Pinto, Turcotte. Lambert's kind of bad defensively, and I think that we could really get something better for him here in this stacked draft. Our scouts are really projecting some of these guys to be insane, even deep in the draft. We got the 20th pick too. Yeah, I feel like we just want to trade Lambert for like the 12th or the 13th pick. Just because this draft is so stacked, I feel like we can get some better value. Buffalo's looking for a Brad Lambert type of player down the middle, which, yeah, I don't know why, but this is what they want. So I'm not going to argue with them. Maybe we could pick up like a center prospect is projected to be like a third line guy. Not Josh Norris because he's got 7, but like Wahlberg, power forward. I mean, I wouldn't mind a power forward on our third line. He seems to be pretty good. Could grow into the perfect third line forward, which is what we're looking for a little more here. Out of Brad Lambert, because we got Pinto on the second line and McDavid on the first line. I don't see Lambert cracking the lineup as nothing more than the third liner, and he's got a higher ceiling than that. So I think we move him and we pick up Wahlberg along with that 13th overall pick in a very deep draft. Hopefully this goes trade rejected. We're saving salary. I'm not giving you any salary, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about here, Buffalo. Giving you 0.8. Relax. Give me Zucker back then. Like, really interested in saving cap, and we'll give you a Tanner, Dvorak, Brown. We'll give you Coughlin. Does that make it work? No. That's weird. What if we just go to the 14th overall pick instead? Because Montreal wants to get rid of theirs as well. Do they want Brad Lambert? That's the question. Yes, they do. And do they have anybody else? Kidney. Riley Kidney, center playmaker. That's not really what I want on the third line. What about Paul Panikis? Center grinder, 6'5", boys. That's more what I'm looking for as a third line center. Or maybe even a fourth line center. Let's try this deal. Bang. So Brad Lambert off to the Montreal Canadiens. Thomas Harley off to the Washington Capitals. And we have 3 picks in the first round here again. And we're going to trade also Joseph Wall. Let's see what we can get for him. Nobody wants him. All right, well, we're going to make our pick here, boys. We pretty much made up our mind that it's going to be Gavin McKenna. He's got guaranteed medium franchise potential. So, yeah, this is going to be our guy here at number 2 overall. Halifax Armada select Gavin McKenna. 79 overall medium franchise player. That's unreal. NHL ready, almost. This guy's gonna be great. He's gonna be an all-time great. used correctly. Victor Fedorov, he's even better, man. Yeah, definitely the first overall pick, and definitely better than McKenna right out the gate. But hey, who knows, man? We'll see how their careers play out. Now that we picked Gavin McKenna, all right, look at that, boys. McDavid and McKenna on the same team. That's unbelievable. And we still got Kempe, Ehlers, Pinto, McCann, Cooley, Turcotte. So next year, I'm thinking we play McKenna up in the lineup. So McDavid, let's just say McDavid, Kempe, Ehlers, their first line. Then you got Pinto, McCann, McKenna, and you got Cooley, Turcotte, Bjorkstrand, and Robinson plays the fourth line with maybe Papanakis, but he signed a couple guys to play with Robinson on the fourth line, and our roster's pretty much set. Defensively, Slavin, Ekblad, Pesci, Ramo. Right. We want to find that quarterback, which we might find in free agency. So let's be patient with that. I don't think we're going to find him at the draft, our power play quarterback, I mean. Columbus wants Joseph Wall. Do they want to give up picks? They want to give up their second rounder. Do we give up 1-for-1? No, they would have too many goalies. Detroit, maybe? They don't want to give up their second. Montreal again? They don't want to give up their 43rd. Too many goalies. It's a really deep draft, boys, so I wouldn't mind picking up a second round pick at all. Give us Varlamov back, no, or Kakinen. Give us Kakinen back. And honestly, give us something else here because the value's a bit in your favor. It's a fourth, alright? And we'll make it a deal. Joseph Wall, going to a divisional rival. Oh, boys. Rocco Pelosi. Medium franchise. Alright. So, the San Jose, man. Another forward. Alright, anyways. We were saying, let's make it a deal. Yeah. Alright. Joseph Wall going to a divisional rival there. Varlamov and Wall, both on Montreal now. Our fandom from year one. San Jose. They got Celebrini, Pelosi, Smith. This is unbelievable. Misa. Like, look at their center depth. Pelosi, Celebrini, Misa. I mean, that's unreal. Left winger depth. Novoseltsev, Eklund, Musty. Right winger depth. Smith and Hutton. They could have the best forward core in history. And Dickinson's coming up now. I mean, it's unbelievable, boys, what they're building over there. But like, are they ever going to be good? Like every year, I'm saying it's unbelievable how good they are, but they just end up getting another third round pick or third overall pick in the first round. So we'll see. Let's keep this draft going. So Horlbert, yeah, medium high elite center going to Philly. Crosby was a high elite two-way defenseman, 72 overall. All right, I'm glad we didn't take a chance on him. Vlasov, that left wing sniper, that would have been nice to play alongside McDavid, but I think McKenna's the better player. Helshitz, left wing, Belshitz, left wing power forward. Detroit, they get medium elite right-handed defenseman, two-way defender. Anaheim gets Trotter, a center sniper. Man, this draft is insane. Another center sniper, 77 overall medium elite. Utah gets another center sniper. Holy shit, boys. This draft is on crack. Left wing sniper, medium elite. I'm glad we got the 14th pick here. We can get another stud. There's Wasilin, there's Maddox Dajne, who we know he's a stud because he's got that medium elite guaranteed. Joe Aginla's there. Is it right wing sniper? 1 year out, 1 year. Uh, Luke Scherer, 1 year. Scherer type. Damn. Wasilin. NHL ready Milan Lucic type. I think that's the guy, boys. Him or Dajne. We got our centers pretty much. So Dajne might be the better player, but he's 1 year out and Westland's ready, right? Hard to say. Hard to say. I think we're gonna go with Westland, boys. And at 20, maybe we get Joe Ginla. Also this Bjork guy. Who could be medium franchise. Man, this is a deep draft. And then we also got this pick here, which is 43rd. Maybe we move up and pick someone. Sorry, boys. I'm trying to decide what we should do here. Yeah, I think we want to pick Bjork around 33, right? We might trade for that Minnesota Wild first round pick. Trade our 43rd for the 33rd, along with something to sweeten the pot. So I'm thinking we go Wasilin, or do we go Dash, man? And then Pinto ends up being our third line center. Yeah, I think Dajna's the better player. We're not going to pick for position wise. We're going to pick for the better player, which is what you should do in the first round. Absolutely. So Maddox Dajna, I think we would regret not picking you. Why can't I make the pick here? We got 7 seconds. Come on, come on. Maddox Dajna, welcome to the squad. Right? Center sniper, medium elite, boys. I think that was the good pick. So if you think about our center depth for the future, it's looking pretty amazing. You're looking at McDavid, Dajna as your second liner, Pinto as your third, and Papanikis as your fourth line grinder. Left wing wise, you got McKenna and McCann. Right wing wise, you got Kempe and Ehlers. Defensively, you got Ramo, Ekblad, Slavin, Pesci. Still yet to find our offensive defenseman. Goalie wise, you got Joel Holfer. Oh yeah. We definitely have got some good depth here. And we're not done adding here at this draft, which is unreal. Like there's another center here. Like that could be medium franchise. So yeah, we're gonna pick the guys with the best value, which are gonna be Joe Ginla at 20. We're gonna make a move to pick up York as well at 33. And then I don't know who we're gonna keep but some of these guys might be used to pick up an offensive defenseman in this offseason. All right. Um, so what we want to do is trade for this pick that the Minnesota Wild have by trading our 43rd and see how that value adds up. Yeah, it's pretty close. So maybe like a fifth gets it done. Bang. Yeah. Easy peasy. And let's roll. Let's do this. Sim to pick 20. Speed things up a bit here. I don't know if Westland would have been the pick. 75 overall as well. Also looks like a good player for sure. He's only got 78 offensive awareness though, and Mr. Maddox actually has 80 already, but yeah. I think Dashman's gonna be the better player, but we'll see. At 20, we want to pick Joe again, right? We're thinking he's the better player. Maybe it's Roop. Sniper. Sniper. Rubik put up more points in less games. Same amount of time on ice per game. We're actually going to go with Ryan Rubik, boys, the 6'4 sniper. Probably going to be a power forward, but yeah. Two-way forward. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it one bit. I like that pick. This might be the deepest draft I've ever seen in this game, boys. This is insane right now. Medium elite at the 20th overall pick. We're having an insane draft, and we're not even done with the first round. We're going to sim to 33 here. Hopefully Bjork didn't go yet. That's who we're targeting. I think we got the last medium elite there. Or, yeah, Joe again, that would have been. We might have missed out on Joe again, honestly, but Ryan Rubrick is also a very good player. 6'4" left winger. I think that fits very nice for a team. Okay, so Vigo Bjork. Hopefully he's medium franchise, boys. We'll see. It's 2 bar, but if we can get 2 medium franchise in one first round, that'd be unbelievable. Low franchise centers. Are you kidding me, boy? Are you kidding me? This makes no sense. 33rd overall, low franchise center sniper. All right, well, that changes everything. You could play the left side. He's a sniper. You could play the center role. Like, we have an insane amount of depth at forward now. And we have the best player in the world, like Connor McDavid. Like, we have to make it work, boys. We have to win a cup soon. Like, it just has to happen. Right? Let's keep moving on. Let's not admire our past here. Let's keep moving on. All right. That's a hockey stand for y'all. You guys didn't get that one. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, I just basically mean that we should not be happy with what we've done. We should keep trying to add on to this team here and be the best Armada version of ourselves that we can be. But this is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The assets that we have is just crazy. We still got a lot of picks here. We'll see what's available once we get to our next pick here. But first, is there anyone we want to trade? I don't think so. I think we want to keep these guys. Oh yeah. Yep. The future is looking real bright over here in Halifax, to say the least. What a draft. Honestly, just an unbelievable draft so far. So here we are in the third round. Let's see if we can keep adding on here. So there was an offensive defenseman, but he's not going until 98. We got some time here. Um, got a gem going at 200 as well. We'll wait on him. Parrot is a guaranteed medium top six. 2-way forward, 2 years out. I like that a lot. So we're gonna pick him up. Yeah. Oh, but he ends up being a playmaker. Anyways, that's all right. This is medium top six. Since it pick number 87 here. The Detroit Red Wings want him, but I don't like that deal at all. Yeah, it seems like the draft is finally starting to wind down here. Let's see if we can get a steal here. Any other gems? Another gem. Oh yeah, that's 200. Now let's maybe take a shot on this offensive defenseman, Xavier Villeneuve. That's what we need, man. We need an offensive defenseman. Medium top six. All right, could be something in the future. Got the 90th overall pick now. Take another shot here at a medium elite. Maybe a goalie? We do need a goalie of the future. 916 in an A+ league, 914 in an A+ league. Got the better stats. Seems like this hair Carlson guy does, or maybe Rourke. Rourke actually has the best stats. We're gonna go with Carlson just because he's projected to go higher for now, or maybe Varlamov. The next Varlamov? No. We're gonna go with Hair 6'3" goalie out of Sweden. Medium elite, boys. This draft just keeps on giving. This is unbelievable, the draft we're having, boys. Holy shit. I actually can't believe it. Like, alright, but we'll move on. Let's not admire our past here. Let's keep moving on. We check that trade and list. Liam Ruck. Maybe. We want to get that gem for sure. We got some later picks here. This is not our last pick. How many picks do we have left here? Yeah, we might just trade these 3 picks to load up for next year because we don't see anybody else really. Or maybe, you know what? We've been hitting. Let's use these picks. We've honestly been hitting real good. I think we're going to go with that other goalie. Medium elite as well. All right. So good thing we didn't trade those picks. We got 2 medium elite goalies in the system. Now take another shot, man. Why not? This goalie looks good. I'm not gonna lie. His stats look pretty good. Is there anyone else here? There's a grinder. Stats don't look that good. This guy looks pretty good as a defenseman. We're gonna go with that goalie, man. I don't care if we're picking a lot of goalies. If they're medium elite, they're trade assets. Okay. Fringe starter. We're gonna go to 156, and we're gonna make this our last pick. We're gonna pick that gem, and we're gonna trade the next pick for a next year pick. All right. So Malik Tillman, offensive defenseman, low elite, 2-way defenseman, another great pick, and we're gonna trade our final pick here. 6th overall, 185th overall selection, 6th round pick. We're gonna trade that for a 5th round pick next year. And bang. That'll do it for this year's draft. An unbelievable draft here. Honestly, will go down in history as probably one of the best drafts ever in NHL history. I mean, McKenna, medium franchise. Dajna, medium elite. Rubric, medium elite. Bjork, low franchise. Perot, medium top six. Villeneuve, top six defenseman. Carlson, medium elite. Balchenkov, medium elite. Rourke, medium fringe starter. And Hillman, low elite. Just unbelievable stuff here coming out of Armada or Halifax. The Armada's future is looking insanely bright. We had to give up some players in Harley and Brad Lambert, but you can't tell me that wasn't worth it. It's like, God, what a haul here at the draft. That was unbelievable. Let's move right on to the re-sign phase. We're gonna re-sign our head coach. Honestly, we might look for someone better, to be honest. So we're just gonna leave these guys and we're gonna wipe the coaching staff. We got swept in the first round. Yeah, they don't deserve to come back. These scouts we're gonna have to re-sign. I'm gonna break up this video here. I'm gonna re-sign all the scouts and then I'll see you guys right after. All right, we'll be right back with those scouts to a 1 year deal or another deal. Um, we you guys missed that Cooley ended up accepting the deal, so he's signed for 4 years at 4.3. And yeah, that's all that happened. So we're back. Now we're gonna see who's expiring still here. We got 16 million in cap space. We're not gonna re-sign Batherson or Spurgeon, so we can release these guys. Patty Kane, haven't made a decision on you. Connor Brown either. Yeah. So, all right, let's make a decision on these folks here. So next year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We want to play those two, Bjork and McKenna. So that's 11 forwards under contract on our roster. So we got 16 mil. Defensively, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna want to pair someone else up with Baron. We need about like 3, 4 mil for that. Goalie wise, we're gonna need a backup. Gonna need about 2 mil for that. We're gonna need about 5 mil at least. Gonna have to sign 2 to 3 forwards. So yeah, maybe we do bring back Kane here. Let's make sure that he doesn't want that much money. Honestly, I don't know. I don't mind bringing Connor Brown back if it's cheap. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. He's a good two-way forward, good depth guy. I like having him on the team. Yeah, can get him for even cheaper if we give him a bit of protection. Save some cap for the big fish out there. 1.45 for Connor Brown. Dvorak, I didn't mind, but he doesn't want to come back. Wants 2.2. We're gonna release him. Didn't want to come back. Fisher, he's kind of like a Connor Brown light, and I don't mind having him on the roster. We're gonna bring him back in. Fix Wolonski never really grew. Two-way deal, yeah, why not? You can play in the minors. Stanley doesn't want to come back. We'll release you. Coughlin, you're a good depth guy as well. As long as you're two-way, yep. Delgazo, we got you in a deal just to make it work. Tucker, we can qualify you. Graf, same with you. Houston, I mean, sure. Come back and rip the minors. Sudnica. Gilbert. guy we can release. Perot, yeah, we're gonna sign you to a deal. Klingsell can go. And Bannister can also go. You never know. We'll keep it for now. All the skaters, goalies, we don't need you. Georgiev, if we want to come back on a two-way deal, we'll take you as our third string. Stance doesn't want to come back. See you later. Hillebrand, you could be our new backup in the minors. Lundberg, you can be the third string in the minors. Right? All skaters, unsigned. Definitely gonna sign Mr. Bjork. Yep. McKenna will sign you. The rest we're gonna allow one more year to develop in their respective areas or teams. All right, so all that's left, we got 14 mil. I mean, maybe we keep that for like a Makar and Hughes type player. Yeah, so we're gonna just send Patty Kane to free agency because there's some big fish out there, and we want to keep some cap space. All right, so we're gonna advance there here. All the scouts are gonna come in, so that's gonna be a little annoying. But Fisher comes back, Connor Brown comes back. We got 13.2 mil. If we do end up making a run at one of those defensemen I was saying, we'll have to move someone. But yeah, it'll be worth it. So I'm gonna break it up one more time here. I'm getting a phone call, so give me a sec here to get that call. Where were we here? Bear Brown and Fisher just signed. Yeah, we did everything we had to. Everyone who's expired is re-signed. Yep, everyone who's unsigned that we needed to sign is signed, so we can just advance the free agency here. Yeah, so all these scouts coming back. Yeah. This. Yep. All right. So there's probably some more here. Yeah. Okay, that should be about it here. All right, so we're gonna hope that we can sign an offensive defenseman in free agency. That's the goal. See who's still a pending free agent. John Carlson. Well, if you can remember, McDavid wasn't showing up here, and he ended up being in the free agency class. So I don't believe anything that says. We're gonna send to free agency and see for ourselves here. Oh yeah, and we need to hire a new head coach. All right. So let's see here. Quinn Hughes and Kale McCarr, both available. Wow. All right. So I think Quinn Hughes is an RFA. Kale McCarr. Yeah, we're gonna free up some cap space, and we're gonna make a run at Kale McCarr because that would set up our team for the next 15 years. I mean, could you imagine Connor McDavid and Kale McCarr? Not 15 years, 10 years. Yeah. We need to clear up about 3 to 4 million. I don't mind giving him 16 million, boys. I really don't. He's the best defenseman in the world. To do so, we'd have to give up a defenseman and Justin Barrett, maybe. Who do we give up in this scenario? Bjorkstrand, we want him on the third line this year, but honestly, we probably want Bjork now that we drafted him. Maybe Bjorkstrand goes out the door. Maybe Cooley. Turcotte. We need a bit of cap here, boys. Nothing personal. It's just that Cale McCarr is out there in free agency, boys. So where we're at. I think Fisher's gonna have to go. And Let's just see. If we get Fisher and Brown, where does that leave us? Gives us honestly 3 million more. Those are our depth guys. So yeah, we just re-signed them, but we didn't know. We didn't know Makar would be available. Kind of a scumbag move to sign them and then send them out, but honestly, we're doing what's best for business here. We're gonna trade these guys separately. We're gonna trade Fisher for a fourth. All right, to Anaheim, or a fifth instead. For Anaheim, bang, trade accepted. And then we're going to trade them Connor Brown as well. Or we're going to trade Connor Brown somewhere. Boston, sure. We got Connor Brown for a third. Bang. All right. And how much salary did that clear up? Not enough. All right, so that was kind of dumb. We still need about $1.5 million. So Aaron, like, I think it's gonna have to be Yorkshire, boys. We're gonna have to give up Yorkshire. All right, unfortunate because he's been good for us. He's an original guy who got picked in the expansion draft. But we're gonna send them to Minnesota, the Cup champs. Best of luck, Bjorkstrand. Yeah, we're sending you to a good spot here. So we respect you. You've been good for us. Best of luck in Minnesota. Okay, so make a run at Kale McCarr here, boys. 27 years old. Didn't want to stay in Colorado. We got an amazing system here in Halifax. We got so many assets, and yeah, it wouldn't be surprising for Kale McCarr to come here, boys. Enter negotiation here. We're gonna try and charm him. All right, I'm all about results. Let's see if your offer can convince me. What's the plan? All right, he's full in the organization, so we're not even gonna bother talking to him. So if we can make the contract work, I think he's gonna come here, boys. Which is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna improve this offer. We have no move clause. A full no move clause, absolutely. First pair, absolutely. Improve offer. You're gonna be first power play, and you're gonna have a no move clause. Improve offer. Clauses. No move clause. Full. Yep. And we're gonna give you exactly what you asked for. 7 years. Kill McCarry. Yep. Yep. Doesn't get much better than that. And he accepts our offer. We have Kale McCarr. Oh, that will about do it for this off season. We achieved a lot in this off season. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. This is what we got now. If we don't win a cup within the next 5 years, boys, I don't know. I've done everything I can to help this team. Yeah. I don't think we're done actually, because forward wise, we're missing a bit of depth here, in my opinion. All right, so let's say the first line's McDavid, Kempe, Ehlers. Second line's McCann, Pinto, McKenna. Third line is Cooley, Turcotte, and York. Then you have Robinson. Yeah, you need some depth forwards there. Karslavin, Pesci, Ekblad, Baron Ramel. And then Coughlin is the depth guy. I think, what if we move Pesci? Because you have Mikar's leaving. I think you need to move one of Ekblad or Pesci. So then it's Makar, Slavin, either Pesci or Ekblad with Ramo and then Baron. Someone else. And you clear up some cap space to sign a few more depth forwards and a backup goalie. Yeah. So who's it gonna be? We need to choose between Pesci and Ekblad, which is a tough decision to make. Pesci had a really good or bad season on the second pair, which is where he'd be playing, and a good season on the first pair, but he's not going to be the first pair guy anymore. We got Kale McCarr. Ekblad was the better second pair guy, I believe. I think Pesci's going to be on the way out, boys. Ekblad's younger. He's signed to a longer deal. Yeah. We're going to see what we can get for Brett Pesci here to free up some cap space. Crazy that we're giving up Pesci, but with all that's happened, I think he has to go. No trades found. All right. We're going to have to build up a trade here. Probably just going to trade him for a first or two firsts or something of that sort. To a team that wants him. We're gonna look at who wants them. So Anaheim, Boston, Buffalo, Chicago. Anaheim, Boston, Buffalo, Chicago. All right. Start with Anaheim, honestly. They don't want him. Anaheim, Boston. Does Boston want him? Boston does want him, but they are in our division. So we're gonna go to Chicago. Maybe. Do they want him? They don't want him. I'm sick of trading players in our division because that seems to come back and bite us in the ass lately. Colorado and Detroit. Do they want Red Pesci? No. Detroit. Also in our division. Don't want them. Let's keep looking here. Edmonton, Florida, and LA. Edmonton, do they want Pesci? Nope. Florida, do they? Nope. LA. Nope. It might have to be Boston. But Minnesota, Montreal, and the Devils. Minnesota wants them. Go join Bjorkstrand over there. I don't have the cap for it. Yeah, they would have to give us someone that we can flip here. It's gonna work. You have to get someone like Zuccarello, Marcus Foligno, and flip them, right? Or Adam Lowry, Trennan, Rasmussen, Bjorkstrand. I mean, honestly, to get Bjorkstrand, Brett, and a first for Pesci, I don't mind that. I don't mind getting Bjorkstrand back at all. That's a crazy turn of events. Pick up a third as well. Value's pretty even. Damn, boys. All right. So that's a crazy turn of events, but I like it because that means, yeah, Bjorkstrand's back. We didn't really want to give him up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now we got a bit of cap room to sign another forward. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on a defenseman. So we wanted 2 forwards and a defenseman. A goalie. 2 forwards. Yeah. So on the fourth line, we got Robinson. So we need a center. Oh, wait. I need to We do this so that my vision's clear here. My vision of the team. So forward-wise, McDavid, Kempe, Ehlers, first line. McCann, Pinto, McKenna, second line. Cooley, Bjorkstrand, Turco, third line. Then Robinson, Bjork. No, it's going to be Robinson and Bjorkstrand on the third line. Bjork's going to be on the third line. So Robinson and Bjorkstrand need a center, and then we need a depth forward or two. Barron needs a partner, and we need a depth defenseman and a backup goalie. Okay, so we need a fourth line center. Absolutely. And we needed him to be a cheap fourth line center. We want him to be good defensively. Good defensively and cheap is what we're looking for. Jordan Staal seems to be the best option, honestly. I like that idea. Because Luke Glendening, be a depth guy. Honestly, yeah, let's sign him as a depth guy. I like that player. Actually, he's 37, exact bottom 6. He's probably going to drop, so never mind. We're going to sign Jordan Staal, even though he's 37. He's got exact top 9. We're going to sign him to a 1 year. 2 year keeps cheaper, so we'll give you a 2 year at 1.125. That's that. There's our fourth line center. Now we need a depth forward. Absolutely. Cheap depth forward. Maybe Sezika. Looking for even cheaper. Like Kepke. Cole Kepke. I kind of like his stats, boys. And he's really cheap. I don't mind that one bit. And maybe even another depth forward. Because you never know. Glendening. Honestly, fuck it. You drop, you drop. If you don't, you don't. Alright. Welcome to the squad. Pick up a depth defense. Or Barron needs a partner. Yeah. Barron absolutely needs a partner here. Preferably probably a two-way guy. Cheap two-way defense here for the third pair. TJ Brody, maybe? Petrie. Brian Suter now. Giordano now. Too old. Too old. Jack Johnson, Candela. Mo Benoit. That's kind of intriguing. Defensive defenseman. I don't know. This is a roster spot, boys. We can't cheap out here. We need to pick a good player here. TJ Brody's still got that exact top 4. First, let's check out goalies. See how much we'll be spending on a goalie. I mean, there's Talbot and Lyon available. Yeah, all right. I don't mind going for TJ Brody as our guy here, man. Try to keep the cap down a little bit. Let's just make sure he's a good figure. Yeah. He's one of the better ones we can get here in this free agency class for cheap. We're going to sign him to a deal here. 2.725. Hopefully it doesn't drop too much. Goalie-wise. I'm going to go for a contract here. Talbot, 38. I'd rather go with like Lyon or even Forsberg. Not that we're trying to cheap out, but we're running out of cap room here. He put up a 914 last season in the A. 896 the year before. Tell it. What about you? HL goalies. Forsberg. I think we're gonna go with Forsberg just because he's cheap, boys. And if it doesn't work out, we can make a trade. Figure something out. We're gonna need a depth defenseman as well. for cheap here. Travis Dermott at 0.8. I like that. And that's pretty much going to be our off-season, boys. Let's hope that TJ Brody signs with us here. I don't see why he wouldn't. Actually, we need to sign a coach. All right, so we got around 4 mil here. Paul Maurice is in the coaches that we could choose from, but we don't have the money for him. We're looking for a guy who matches our team the most. 61%. 65? But he's a B. John Cooper. 56, 62, 61, 60. Rory Martindale is actually the guy that fits the most, and we just had him, so we don't want to shoot him. Maybe Maximus Steele. Let's see here. 61, 61, 56, 62, 61, 60, 63. We Steele, boys. Unless we go for Knobloch, but he's too expensive. We're gonna go with Steele. We're just to switch it up. Give him a bit of a boost there. Right. We're gonna go hire an associate coach. Just give me the best guy. Clear. Someone that fits as well. Yeah, just give me him. And we're gonna need an assistant coach as well. And a goalie coach. Get this guy. Ula. I don't really care about the NHL goalie coach. But anyway. Hope that TJ Brody signs, and that'll about do it for this offseason. We're gonna send to this season so we can see our lines. There you go. Maximus Steele, new head coach. Jarvis, happy to join. All right. Hula. All right. That's fine. And TJ Brody signs with the team. So there's our roster. Let's edit trade block so that we can speed through this offseason and see our lines here. Right. Bang. All right, that's fine. Tucker's back. Qualified him a while ago. Are you kidding me? Can you stop sending me? So, I'm really expecting this team to go far now. Like, if we can't make it out of the first round this year, I mean, there's going to be a problem. Pittsburgh trades Brian Rust to the Colorado Avalanche for some picks and a prospect, right? Assistant captains wise, I think we're just going to stay with this. Yep. I know Makar is here, but hey, man. Ekblad and Slavens are no slouches. We're not going to strip them of their alternate captaincies, and neither are we going to strip McDavid of his captaincy. So, all right, we're gonna have to call up Kenna before we do anything. He wasn't there. Up Kenna. Send on Fix Wolanski. You want Glendening up here, I guess? Yeah, see. Up. Papanekas, who I'm playing in the minors. We're gonna bring up Glendening for now. Yeah. All right, let's see how our lineup's looking here. So thinking of going like this to start off the year. You're gonna be here, Lily, Pepe. So thinking of doing something like this here. Yeah. Maybe like this would be even better. But yeah, there's a lot of options here. We're gonna try Ramo in the top 4. Because we want to grow him. And Makar's obviously gonna be the top pair guy. Be the power play quarterback. And their power play just looks unreal now. So yeah, let me know what you guys would do with the lines now that our team's looking a lot different. Let me know what you guys think of the moves we made in this video. It was a crazy video. Made so many moves, and I think that the future is so bright in Halifax. So I'm really excited for the next video. We're gonna start off year 3. So yeah, stay tuned. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe. I'll be updating. I'll be posting on TikTok, basically showing what our lines are gonna be, and teasing the next video probably. I don't know, we'll see. But if you haven't followed me on TikTok, definitely do so. I post a lot on there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys soon in the next video.